AOC and what do you call it? And Tim Walz were playing video games.
Playing Madden 25 live streaming during NFL Sunday, which is there's the strategist, the chief strategist and campaign manager for the Harris campaign completely like when you talk about their messaging, Pat, they're playing Madden live during NFL Sunday, and people were taking photos. Like, obviously the internet's relentless. His controller wasn't even on. And the end of the game, Pat, after playing for hours, guess what the score was?
They killed it. It was like a
0-0. And all they were talking about was Project 2025. But yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, no, what I'm saying is like it's at a point right now. Look, I'm telling you, when you'll watch certain people, I used to go to this church in Dallas. Don't want to say the church's name because the church is so big, it has a zip code, but you know which one it is.
Oh, wow.
It's in Frisco, Plano area, close to a school that my kids used to go to. And one day I go there for Easter, and I'm watching this guy, the guy that's preaching on stage, and his message is not connecting with anybody. And I'm watching this guy, and I'm like, does this guy realize he no longer knows how to communicate from stage with people? Okay? It just does. Do you remember, Tom, the first time you came back to PHP and the 2020, when you came back to PHP, we had an event, you were on stage speaking, and you were like, you didn't know what to say because it had been like a minute with them. Do you remember that?
Yep.
I don't know if you remember that. And
there were still masks that were required and stuff like this.
Yeah, and you and I had a conversation in the back. I'm like, Tom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, do you remember that conversation?
We didn't start out by revving them up. We kind of...
It was just, you were like, oh my God, it's been a minute, right, for what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I think when your messaging doesn't land and people keep telling you to double down on the messaging, it's just not working. The Democrats right now, their messaging is not landing with the youth. It's not landing with folks. And folks are sitting there saying, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not connecting with you. So if a Musk, if a Dana, if a Trump, if a Tulsi, Young, if a Bobby, Healthy, if a J.D. Vance, if these guys go 16 years, 12 years, who is their superstar on the other side? Think about their superstar. Who has shown up to be a superstar?
Gavin.
Gavin is one. Who else?
AOC's the future for them.
Who else?
That's not a good...
I wouldn't call her a superstar, but if you're talking about superstar in terms of media wattage, and just having that presence and the media support so they could actually be a viable candidate.
Who would you say is their superstar?
I would say you've got Gavin and you've got AOC are probably the top two that I look at.
Would you put Josh Shapiro as a superstar?
Yes, no. He's sort of an uncle to the other two, a little bit generational, but perceptions, you know what I mean?
How old is Josh?
I don't know his age, but when you look at him compared to AOC and Gavin Newsom, you hear a different tone. You hear a more mature tone. Yeah. He may only be 2 years older than Gavin, but he feels like Gavin's, he feels like Gavin's like uncle.
I actually think he is younger than Gavin. Newsom's age. Yeah, he's younger than Gavin, Tom.
No, I'm talking about on stage. This is, Gavin's 57.
Yeah.
But put Gavin and put Shapiro side by side. Who looks more mature? Who looks more distinguished?
Josh Shapiro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's the perception.
Right.
The years go away in the face of what you think you're seeing.
But I think Josh Shapiro is the J.D. Vance of the left. I think Josh Shapiro is the J.D. Vance of the left. I think
in an open primary, I think Shapiro, the more it goes and the more states go by, I think Shapiro cleans up Gavin.
So who's the Musk of the left? Mark Cuban?
Oh, God.
Probably.
No, seriously, I'm asking a question. Who's the Musk of the left?
He's sort of a wannabe, but
he's positioning himself.
Who's the Tulsi Gabbard of the left? Who was the Tulsi Gabbard of the left that used to be on the right that left and joined the left?
Liz Cheney.
Oh, that's a bad one.
That's horrible, though.
No, that's
what she's doing.
That's just terrible.
I know.
No, but she walked
happy.
across, but she's not
angry. She's got no personality. She's terrible on stage.
But she's making people go, why would she go over there?
There is not a convert with sufficient media wattage.
Who is the Bobby Kennedy of the left? Like, who is the healthy person of the left that's saying, hey, let's
Rachel Levine.
I don't...
Admiral.
I don't know.
Rachel Levine.
I think...
Sorry. What is this, Rob, that you have?
I don't think the Democrats have a very strong bench right now. I think every single person that could potentially be the nominee in 2028 when Kamala more than likely loses in 2024, I don't think they have...
Nikki Haley, Pat?
Nikki Haley's on the right, dude.
No,
she embraced Trump.
I mean, she's...
So, I think Gavin Newsom is too far left, literally California, California. I don't think that's going to resonate with middle America. If you need to win Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, I think Josh Shapiro does not have the cachet or the name recognition. I think Pete Buttigieg is a smart, capable guy, but I don't think America's ready for some of his lifestyle choices. I think Gretchen Whitmer, who's the governor of Minnesota, does not have that it factor. I think J.B. Pritzker is just too damn fat, and he's also a billionaire. I think AOC, she's going to do fine in her district in woke left Brooklyn, wherever she's at, the Bronx, but she's not a viable candidate in the mainstream electorate. I actually don't think they have anyone. I think J.D. Vance
Rob, what's this, Rob?
is a beast. I think Vivek
Pat,
is a beast.
What?
I don't think the Democrats have it.
This feels like when the New Jersey Nets stumbled into the finals and then played the Lakers. They had some stars. They need to have a team to get there, but the Lakers cleaned them out.
You're talking about the Vince Carter, Kerry Kittles, Kenyon Martin years?
Yeah.
Jason Kidd?
Yeah.
That was a good team, but they weren't a championship team, is what you're saying.
They were blown out of that finals in 6 seconds.
Yeah, but there's a difference, Tom. What I'm trying to say is, I think what the right is doing with the amount of bullying that took place during COVID, those people are so pissed off and so paranoid that if power was given to the opposite side, they would abuse it. I think they're going to go on a 12-year run if they win this year. It's still not done, by the way. Rob, what clip is this with Mark Cuban?
This is Mark Cuban asked if he would take a role in the Kamala Harris administration if she wins.
Go for it.
Did you? I know you briefly looked at running in 2020.
Yeah,
2020.
Yeah.
And what about this time? I mean, there was talk about
chance.
you. No chance at all.
No chance. I have no interest. I have
Never?
no interest in being a politician of any type. I have no interest in serving in the cabinet for Kamala Harris or anybody. I like being a disruptor as an entrepreneur.
Do you believe him? Do you believe him,
I don't
Tom?
believe anything.
No.
Do you believe he's going to run in 2028?
Yes. Because you can always say, I said it at the time, but so much have changed.
Yeah.
I'm compelled. And that's the word you'll hear. Write it down. Tattoo it somewhere. The word will be compelled.
Or duty.
I feel compelled to serve. That'll be the phrase.
It's my duty for my country that I have to serve.
I
because of all
did
this.
say that. I did say that. But can you argue against this and this and this and this and this?
Yeah.
I feel compelled and someone has to step up, and
Yeah.
that step is me.
Yeah, because these people are Hitler and they're Nazis, and I have to do it for America. It's like, give me a break.
I want to
He
remain
will
in
run.
an entrepreneurial
Yeah.
role.
You-
I want to do this.
So to
I
me,
can't.
Listen, if I'm telling you guys, if I'm on the left, that's a top 3 candidate for me.
Yep.
I'm talking to this guy and getting everybody to get comfortable with him running. I'm going to say, hey, Mark, you got to really plan on doing something 2028. If I'm on the left.
Yeah, of course.
No, people go, you're so crazy here. You think too highly of him. I think he's a formidable candidate on the left if he runs. Rob,
I don't.
This is you don't think he's a formidable candidate.
No, not the way that the Democratic Party is now being positioned.
Let me ask you, who do
Yeah.
you think on the left right now is formidable?
Honestly, I'm just going to be straight up and real. Unless they're a woman of color, there's no place for you in the Democratic Party at the top of the ticket.
So if you
Straight
say
up.
he's not, you see that you can't play that
Yeah,
game.
I'm just telling you right now, the Democratic
Adam,
Party is
if
now
you
the party
say
of the
no-
working liberal woman.
If you
It
say
is.
no to Cuban and don't have a name, you don't have an argument. So
I think
either
that they
say
want
a
a
name,
Kamala, or they want a Kamala, they want an AOC, they want a Michelle
but I think you're
Obama.
wrong. I think you're wrong. Let me tell you why.
The Democratic Party is now the party of the working
I'm
woman.
gonna
They're
tell
no
you
longer
why.
the party of the working
I'm
man.
going to tell you why. Here's why. Do you know right now? Okay, so watch this story here. Where's the story? Kamala Harris has more billionaires prominently backing her than Trump. Bloomberg gave her $50 billion. When you look at the billionaire list, okay, that they have, the billionaire list, what do you catch with the billionaire list? Let me read the billionaire list to you, right? That they have. On the left, Forbes reports 82 billionaires are backing up Harris versus 52. How the hell are more billionaires backing up somebody who isn't a billionaire than billionaires backing up Trump? And
they
by the
can
way,
buy her.
exactly the point. With billionaires like Buffett, Zuck on the sidelines. Wow, Buffett won sidelines this time. And Zuck, while Elon is supporting Trump. Many billionaires are forcing Harris, favoring Harris, as recent endorsement letter notes. Believe she is the advanced, fair, and predictable policies and support them. Michael Bloomberg reportedly contributes another $50 million. Bill Gates, we have these names. Jamie Dimon, Trump shared a false social media, but the CEO of Jamie Dimon JP Morgan Chase, the largest bank, did not endorse any candidate according to a spokesperson. There's a bunch of these names, even now Bezos. But this is where I'm going with this. Who are the people that identify mistakes that a company is about to go bankrupt, or a country is about to go bankrupt, or a strategy is not working? Politicians, people that are working in the White House, or people that run businesses?
People that run businesses.
People who run businesses say what? This strategy, CMO, CFO, CTO, COO, CIO, is not working. You either got to change your strategy or we're going to change you, right? That's how business people think, Tom, when they see that something is not working. Do you know who's going to force their hand to find somebody else? Do you know who's going to force their hand to say, guys, we're not doing what you guys are doing right now? It's not Obama. Mm-hmm. It's not we need a black female. No, it's not. It's going to be these money guys that are going to say, look, guys, this is not going to work. It's not going to work, period. If you want my money for 2028, you guys can't do what you just did. This was a shit show, what just happened right now. Absolutely embarrassing. Cowboys lost to the 49ers the other day. Bad. What's the record now? 3-4? I don't know what it is. 49ers are now 4-2, 4-3, whatever the record is. Who do you think is making a phone call? Who's 4-4?
I think the Niners, and I think
Can you
that
check
the
to see the
Cowboys
Niners
are
record?
like 3-4.
And what's the Cowboys?
I think like 3-5.
3-5. Okay.
Maybe check that.
So, but the point is, in politics, if that was the case, 3-4. No one's making a call. Guess who's making a call in business? These 82 billionaires are saying, hey, don't give us another candidate like Kamala. Why don't you give you guys a Newsom or someone else? I do think they're going to change, and I do think Mark Cuban is a formidable candidate for the left, and they will find a way to get behind him and sell him. He's a very formidable candidate for the left. They got to find a way to make sure he's out there. So that is officially where we are right now with how we feel things are going to end up, okay? Key toss-ups in Nevada, Michigan, Wisconsin, that could make it even higher. But as of right now, on VTnews.ai, you will see us being at 281 to 228. Here's what I want you to do. Go to VTnews.ai, Rob. If we go look at VTnews.ai, if you go to VTnews.ai, go to the right and type an election right there. Yes, 6 days left. Guys, go do your calculation. If you go to the bottom, Rob, and click on anything to show them how they feel like the numbers that can change, go a little lower, Rob, so we can see the numbers changing. No, Rob, the other,
There you go.
There you go. Zoom in a little so I can see the numbers.
Do Georgia and Arizona.
If you do Georgia and Arizona, all the way red, yeah. So you'll see how the numbers are changing at the top.
In Pennsylvania?
Yeah, guys, for some of you that are messing with this, it's down 281, right? So this thing can be done fairly early. I don't think Arizona's going to go that early, Tom. I think Arizona's going to be, they've already said they need 10 to 12 days of counting, right? They've already said that. Go ahead, Tom. You look like you want to say something.
Yeah, it's polls close at 7 p.m. Eastern, and 2 to 3 hours later, we're going to see Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania numbers, and it could be wrapping up.
Yeah, it could be done fairly quickly. But, this is, a lot of people are using this tool. We've never had this much traffic on VTnews.ai. Guys, go subscribe to VTnews.ai. Use the AI portion of it, the machine learning side of it. Ask any of the questions. The one that I like to go to is the top 5 events for the day, but that's VTnews.ai. Go subscribe to VTnews.ai. There's a ton of features that are coming up here. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.